Hello, and welcome in for some more Crimson Diamond. I hope you are doing well and everything is going okay. Let's see. So, last time we were here, Margot's not doing so well. Yeah. We were talking to her. It turns out she was the thief. At least her fingerprints seemed to be on everything. And then whenever we confronted her, she died. So, I still blame Nessa. But yeah, let's this is the lodge's root cellar. It's a few degrees cooler than the rest of the house, making it ideal for storing a wide variety of supplies with which to provision the lodge. There's a set of stairs in the east wall leading upwards. The shelves contain an array of root vegetables as well as jarred and bottled goods. There are sacks of full apples and potatoes. My goodness, Jack has done such a wonderful job with his little vegetable patch. Margot is here. Evan is here. Maybe don't announce that while this guy is like grieving his girlfriend. Look at Margot. Margot is Richard Paramore. She is more glamorous than you'd expect to see in these parts. Margot has shining flaxen hair, fair skin, and full lips. She's fashionably attired in a pink damask and ivory lace dress. She seems sweet, but you've met charmers like her before. Margot's body has been temporarily laid to rest on a long wooden table. Oh, Margot. Examine Margot? You want to have a look? I'm gonna go have a drink. Sorry, Evan. You determinedly decide to take a closer look at Margot's body. You pull away the sheet covering Margot. Your desire to understand what happened outweighs your squeamishness. Despite Margot's panicked final moments, she now appears peaceful. How do I examine hair? You were surprised to find that Margot's impeccably hair is hiding some thinning areas and a few bald patches. Intense scrutiny of Margot's skin reveals no bruises or abrasions, but you do find some rough, scaly areas on her hands and feet, darkened areas, and red, patchy lesions on her lower legs. I wonder if these skin problems have something to do with her aches and pains. It reveals some faint white lines across Margot's fingernails. I wonder what these lines are. I've never seen anything like it. Okay. A closer inspection of Margot's lips revealed no additional information. But having drawn closer to her mouth to get a closer look, you do detect an unusual odor emanating from it. Okay. Sorry. Feel bad about that. You detect a distinct garlicky smell around Margot's mouth. That's strange. I don't remember seeing Margot eat any garlic. Come to think of it, Jack hasn't cooked us any meals using garlic. Come to think of it, I know that Margot doesn't eat garlic. She avoids it altogether. Uh-oh, what else smells like garlic? You find a small silver key in one of Margot's pockets. That's good. Take key? You take the key and put it in your own. Cool. I wonder what this opens. Take hair sample? Or smapple sample? Either that isn't here or you have no need for it. Take care. After whispering an apology to Margot, you tug a few strands of her hair from her head. I don't think I can make much use of this, but it might come in handy later, especially if her death is suspicious. I don't know that there's anything else I need to do. Poke at her. Is she really dead? You carefully replace the sheet covering Margot. Okay. Bye, Margot. Sorry about that. I feel a little weird about it. Oh, that's where we were. According to Evan, Jack and Nathan will eventually be going to the train station. I wonder if I can catch them and ask them a few questions before they head out. Okay. Open door. Listen. Listen with glass. With the help of the drinking glass, you can hear a conversation behind the study door. Oh, Nancy, I hope you don't get caught this time. What an unpleasant complication. Margot had to die at such an inconvenient time. It certainly wasn't what I was expecting. I wonder. Never mind that now. Help me jimmy this desk drawer open. I'm starting to think Father never made a will after all. He was always such a grand dreamer and never very organized. Nothing in here but bits and bobs and newspaper clippings. We have our contingency plan. I'm not concerned. I'm stepping outside for a cig. I'll keep searching for a little while longer, but I've got to meet Albert in the gazebo soon. He seems like he's willing to help us with Plan B for a price. Good. You don't hear anything noticeable coming from the study right now. Oh, it's nighttime. Why did I think it was daytime? I can hear Jack and Nathan talking, but the sound of the river is making it hard to hear them. I wonder what they're up to. Woo. Hide? Can't just toss these in the river like we used to. More's the pity. If Mr. Richards hadn't hurt his back trying to take all this on himself, I wish he'd asked for help before it came to that. With all the extra scrutiny lately, he can use all the help he can get. Lucky for us, it was mostly overcast last night. No moonlight, no sparkles. Lucky for us. It looks like he's looking right at me. I think that's all for now. Good thing there were no big ones tonight. Agreed. Meet you in the carriage house. Yeah, I'll dump these in the smokehouse as usual. See you soon. I'm not here. Hey, Jack. Ah! What were you guys up to? Me and Nat were just, getting some fresh air. Really? I was getting samples from the riverbank this afternoon and it looked a lot like that. I found some interesting stuff. Oh, yeah? Can I see? Of course. You show the samples you collected from the river to Jack. He scrutinizes them very closely. What do you think? You've got yourself some white garnets for sure, and some pretty nice ones too. White garnets, are you sure? Definitely. But if you want a second opinion, I can take them to show Nathan and ask him for you. How about it? That's okay. I'll keep them for now. Do it yourself. Darn it, I miss talking to Nathan. I ought to find him and question him before he leaves. You have a good night, Miss Maple. Thanks, Jack. You too. I feel like I'm gonna get stabbed. Was that the gazebo? Uh, can I? This is a good place to listen in. Ah, there you are. It's about time. Considering what this document will do for you, madam, I'd say it's well worth the wait. This will make you wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. Never you mind what it'll do for me. I still have some work to do to make this all pay off. Even though this report says there are diamonds and crimson, I need to make sure that the land comes to me. Otherwise, this field report of yours is useless. Humph. Well, that's your problem. My role in this is finished. That woman, Kimmy, I think she's hiding something, and I'm going to find out what. Is that so? Well, she's either lurking in the woods or in the bedroom she shares with Nosy Nancy. Kimmy seems like a bird crazy bore to me, but that's your business. Nessa hands Albert another envelope, this one thicker than the last. There, that's all the money. This report better pass muster with the government. It will, I assure you. Good night, madam. Humph, good night. Interesting. Look. You are now deeper in the forest. Luckily, there is a path to guide your way. Looking north, you see the lodge. East is the smokehouse. West is a scenic overview of the lodge. The south is a jetty. Kimmy is here. Talk to Kimmy. Kimmy? Eek! Oh dear, sorry to startle you. Why are you lurking, Kimmy? Lurking? I was looking for owls. Oh. Ask Kimmy about Nessa? Oh, I've actually seen Nessa walking around outside. She looked impatient. Okay. The large double doors are locked. Oh. Oh, I closed the door. Ah, here's Nat. Good evening, Nathan. Ah, I thought maybe you were Evan. Sometimes he likes to walk the grounds when he's troubled. I wonder where he is now. Hmm. Climb ladder. I'm gonna fall. I made the adjustments to the headlamp. Should be fine now. Thanks, Nathan. Other than the minor repair, there are no other problems with the automobile. Do you think Albert suspects anything? Who cares what he thinks? We've kept him here. He might be convinced to help us. That's what's important. Convinced, bribed, threatened, he'll be useful. I think so. He and I are meeting up in the boathouse to discuss his possible usefulness. Evan tried to make Albert go away earlier. It didn't work. And now that the bridge is out, that's unlikely to happen. Maybe Albert can be persuaded to head westward for the right price. Maybe. I'll let you know what transpires. I'm looking for Evan. I can tell he's upset, but you know how he is. Always going off on his own, yeah. Maybe try the jetty? Thanks. I'll check there. I have a few other places in mind first. My meeting with Albert in the boathouse begins shortly. I will look for Evan after that. Good luck. like how nobody really cares. Climb down. Like, I'm just eavesdropping on all of this, and they're just like, okay. Even said hi to Nathan before. Oh, Nancy, I didn't see you there. Good evening, Nathan. I thought maybe you were Evan. Sometimes he likes to walk the grounds when he's troubled. I wonder where he is now. Ask about lodge. Evan's father built this lodge. At the time, the government had bought a large swath of land from us for a pittance. Not that they had much choice in the matter. The government had surveyed the land and believed there was enough garnet to mine from the earth to build a huge industrial town to extract it. Over time, the government bought more and more land and built Crimson and the train station. But eventually, most settlers left as there wasn't as much garnet as everyone was expecting. The Richards family is the last of the settlers to remain. Their land contains valuable riverside property, not to mention a lake that was rich with fish. Ask about land. This land was ours once, and it shall be again. All right. Open door. Pardon me, Miss Maple. I'm expected elsewhere. Okay. Have a good night, Nancy. Good night, Nathan. Wonder where Nathan's off to. Hide. Please be more specific as to where you'd like to hide. Well, now hide? Hide in canoe. I'm sure this will work. You hide in the canoe. Mr. Cardinal, are you here? I'm a busy man. I won't be kept waiting. I'm here. Have you prepared the document? Of course, signed and sealed, very official. A report declaring there are no diamonds in Crimson or the surrounding areas. Good. Do you even care to know if there really are diamonds here? No, I care about protecting this land from further environmental devastation. Well, it's no concern of mine. A pity about the girl. What a shocking turn of events. I suppose that simplifies matters whenever Mr. Richards should happen to pass. What are you insinuating? Nothing. It's none of my business, I'm sure. I've already paid you. Give me what I'm owed. Of course. Here you are. If this document is challenged by anyone for any reason, you'll be hearing from me. Goodbye. Oomph. I'm glad no one checks the anywhere near. I just hang out in all these places. Oh. Nessa? Nessa seemed to be having an intense conversation. If I can get closer, maybe I'll be able to hear what they're saying. Hide behind tree. You conceal yourself behind an ideally situated apple tree. I won't be needing this anymore. Nessa takes a silver flask from her pocket and pours it out onto the grass. Told her not to drink that water. What's that? Water adulterated with poison. I soaked flypaper in a glass jar and poured the liquid into my silver flask. Tossed the jars over the waterfall. Easy as pie. I didn't think it would be quite so effective. I was thinking it would be more gradual, less dramatic. The tart couldn't even die properly, but no matter. It could look suspicious and be investigated. But it doesn't matter. There aren't any rangers around or any other form of law in this godforsaken place. But we don't want any more complications. This will all be over soon, but we'll need to be bold. I'm ready for the next step. Good. You don't look at me. A strange conversation. Nessa mentioned tossing some jars into the river by the waterfall. Should go to the waterfall and take a look. I don't remember where the waterfall was. This is not the waterfall. Oh. An array of smoked meat and fish are hanging to dry and cure. A work table with a deeply scratched work surface is against one wall. You see a big bag of salt, a barrel, and a large pot. Take salt. You scoop up a handful of rock salt. Oh, there we go. Oh, I better be careful and not stray too close to the raging river. Yeah, no joke. What do I have? It's her hair. Okay, I have a rope. Tie rope to tree. Tie rope to Nancy. You tie the loose end of the rope around your waist. I'm not walking around with this rope tied around me. Well, no, but I don't want you to fall in the river. Look at jar. There's a glass jar bobbing in the furiously churning water. You can just barely make out a flash of yellow inside the jar. Okay. Take jar. Come on, rope. I don't trust Nancy. You take the glass jar. Cool. Examine jar. Closer inspection reveals a white powder residue at the bottom of the jar, a strip of damp flypaper inside the jar, and a small oily spot on the outside of the jar. Dust jar. You brush some soot onto the surface of the jam jar. You reveal a distinct fingerprint. Lift finger. Alright. Compare fingerprint. Comparing what you've obtained to the fingerprints in your complete collection, you were able to conclude the following. Aha! The fingerprint on the glass jar belongs to Nessa. Which we kind of already knew. Untie rope. Take rope. In your enthusiasm to secure the rope to the tree, you created a series of utterly undoable knots. That's okay. The rope has done its part. Okay, I don't need the rope anymore. River. Ah, Mr. Richards, there you are. Mr. Richards? Evan doesn't acknowledge your presence. He looks lost in thought, or maybe highly inebriated. Possibly both. Talk to Evan. Mr. Richards, what are you doing here? Mr. Richard ignores you and continues drinking. All right. Careful, dude. I hear a rumbling in the distance. Is that thunder? Oh, it sounds like an automobile heading towards the carriage house. Is Jack back from the train station? Maybe I should head over there and see what's going on. Or I could head to the lodge and see what's going on there. I hear voices near this doorway. Wonder what they're talking about. You hear muffled voices, but they're too far away from the door for you to discern what they're saying. Listen with glass. They can't know why you're really here. Who knows what could happen? Of course. I understand the potential risk involved. I will be discreet with my investigation. We'll just say you were in the area and that's how you got here so soon, not that you were already on your way. Understood. The young lady, Margot. Yes, Margot. Is there any reason to believe her death was suspicious? She's always been a bit sickly. Don't bother yourself with that. Just make like you're looking into her death. That'll be good cover, but focus on what you're really here for. Okay, Jack. The conversation seems to be over. Hey. Manager stands on the floor. Legs. There's a fine crystal vase and a matching crystal bowl. Look at bowl. Oh, the almonds. Never knowing when a confection that could double as small caliber ammunition might come in handy, you take a handful. Oh, wow. I can't type. This is Evan Richards. Yes. The floor is littered with papers. Yeah. Look, maybe I already got that achievement for opening all the stuff. The contents of the desk have been strewn all over the carpeted floor. At a glance, the papers are old guest receipts from the lodge's glory days, as well as some general bookkeeping. Someone has inconsiderately stepped on some of the papers, too. What a mess. Look at shoe print. Shoe print? Someone has stepped on the documents scattered over the lush carpet and has created very clear imprints of their shoes. The shoe print looks like a woman's shoe with a bit of heel. It could only be from Kimmy or Nessa's shoe. If I can figure out either Kimmy or Nessa's shoe size, I can find out whose shoe this belonged to. Upon closer inspection, you think you can barely discern a couple of oily spots on one side of the papers. Dust papers. Though you're reluctant to soil the papers with soot, you decide the situation merits it. After carefully applying a bit of soot, you find I found a couple of distinct fingerprints. Lift fingerprints? Compare fingerprints. Upon closer inspection and comparing with the set of fingerprints you've collected, you conclude one of these fingerprints I lifted from the documents in the study belongs to Mr. Richards, which is as it should be, but the other fingerprint belongs to Nessa. Right. Going. Did it in here, right? Hey, Jack. Look at rock salt. The rock salt appears fairly unremarkable. Salmon salt? That would not benefit. Okay. Rub rock salt on plate. You take a few larger crystals of the salt and rub them across your streak plate. The salt produces a white streak. I suppose that's to be expected. Though if I were looking for other minerals mixed with the salt, doing it like this is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Okay. Fill mug with water. Put salt in mug. I could use my trusty blue mug to dissolve the rock salt. You drop the rock salt into the water in your blue mug. You wait a little bit and the rock salt should be dissolved by now. Okay, there we go. Empty mug in sink. Some of the rock salt doesn't seem to have melted. Strange. You remove the undissolved rocks and put them in your pocket. Look at rock salt. Bizarrely, some of the crystals you got from the bag of rock salt didn't dissolve in water. The insolvable crystals look like octahedrons. But these are a little too small for me to examine properly. I'll need to take these back to the museum and get them under a microscope. Okay, fine. Rub the rock salt on plate. Doesn't make a streak. This definitely isn't rock salt. This colorless mineral could be diamond, or white garnet, or quartz. The unglazed ceramic plate has a Mohs hardness of about 6 or 7. So the sample I obtained from the bag of rock salt could be any colorless mineral harder than that. Still, this is a good bit of field work. Nice. Fill mug. Hello, Miss Eves. You filled the blue mug with water. Eves has come to help us. I don't know that I need the mug full of water, but I'm going with it. Evie said to do it. We're doing it. Map. Whoa! What have we here? You haven't fooled me with your timid act. I'm on to you. If you dare follow me once I'm done here, you won't make it to your next destination. Consider yourself warned. Huh? Okay. Good evening, Nessa. It's very late and I'm tired. I have no patience for you right now. Rude. Ask about. Nessa, I found your fingerprint on this jam jar. So what? I found it in the river. There's a damp strip of flypaper in the jar. And if you examine the jar closely, there's a white powdery residue inside. I'm sure there's a lab down in the city that could tell us what that is. I'm guessing it's a deadly poison. I've taken a sample of Margot's hair. Did you know that there are chemical tests to detect the presence of arsenic in biological samples? I smell garlic on Margot's breath, but she never ate garlic. A garlic odor is one of the signs of arsenic poisoning. When she was alive, Margot spoke of bodily aches and pains and nausea, but those were recent occurrences. Probably around the time you and Corvus showed up to the lodge, I'm assuming. I examined Margot's body. I found indications that her body had been exposed for some time to arsenic compounds. I saw you empty your flask in the apple orchard. You were concealing arsenic-infused water in your flask. I overheard your conversation with Corvus in the apple orchard. Pretty incriminating. God, I'm gonna die. She's gonna kill me. I've deduced enough about Margot's fate to make a very strong case to the authorities. I believe you murdered Margot and used some sort of poison to do it. Jack will be fetching a ranger soon. You'll have to answer for these crimes. Do you really think so? Oh, You're not the only one who can listen at doorways, Miss Maple. Corvus and Nessa overpower you and drag you towards the rushing river. Help, someone? Your calls for help go unheeded. Your shoes make small scuff marks in the ground, and they're taking you down to the waterfall that cascades over. Oh God! Oh no! Bye. Load game. Talk to Nessa. Good evening, Nessa. It's very late and I'm tired. I have no patience for you right now. Ask Nessa about papers. Well, I am interested in procuring my father's will, but Evan won't tell me where it is. It's not fair. All right. Hello, Corvus. Ah, Miss Maple, please, isn't it past your bedtime? I have a lot of work still to do tonight. Please go away. That's rude. Ask, well, no. Ask Corvus about poison. Arsenic is a mainstay of poisoners. There are plenty of criminal cases involving women doing away with their husbands for money. I'm not a criminal lawyer, so I don't have any direct experience with that. Interesting. Why would you bring up arsenic? Open fly paper box. You're surprised to discover that the box of flypaper is empty. This looks like a new box. Where's all the flypaper? Yeah, right? Examine fly box. Danger contains arsenic. The label sports a skull and crossbone. Thanks to you can read danger contains. Yeah, do not eat. Uh-oh. Hmm. Pick up glass. You take Margot's glass for safekeeping. This could come in handy. And a joke. Look at glass. Examine. The last of the water in Margot's glass has evaporated, leaving a white powdery residue. I wonder what this could be. Death. You slide the small silver key into the vanity's lock. It fits perfectly. Most of the drawers are full of various cosmetics meant for various parts of the face and don't interest you. But one drawer holds something worthy of closer inspection. You see a slim wooden box with a hinged lid and a smooth leather handle. Huh. Open the box. Bursting with curiosity, you open the slim wooden kit. Interesting. With the aid of you can read the minuscule print. This compound contains arsenic. Administration in excess may lead to nausea, seizure, death. Do not exceed appropriate dosage. Arsenic. Oh dear. Is that what Jack was helping her with? Dust, ampule. Okay. Dust, handle. Okay. Dust, bottle. Lift, fingerprints off bottle. Dust, metal box. Lift fingerprints off metal box. Okay, and dust the paper. Okay, dust pamphlet. Lift fingerprint off pamphlet. Okay, I think I have everything. I think. Upon closer inspection, you discern that the fingerprint on the cover of the pamphlet belongs to Margot. I'm not surprised your pamphlet, but maybe I should take a closer look at other parts of the kit to see what I can find. I'm pretty satisfied I've dusted Margot's kit thoroughly for print. The interior of the pamphlet has detailed instructions on how to administer the mysterious contents of the kit. The instructions are complicated, involving sterilizing water, dissolving the yellow crystals in caustic soda, methyl alcohol. The instructions go on to say an assistant is required to help administer the injection correctly. This acidic solution ought to be injected deeply and slowly into each buttock. Ouch! I don't think I want to read anymore. There's an extremely small paragraph at the bottom that you can't quite make out. Warning. Magic bullet contains arsenic. Administration in excess may lead to nausea, seizures, and death. Do not exceed a dosage. Oh, Margot, I have a bad feeling about this. Pretty satisfied. Lift fingerprint. There. I think it's fair to conclude that only Strange Jack's fingerprints are present in the kit, but not on the pamphlet. Could it be that he's not sure what it's for or what it contains? I'm pretty satisfied that I've dusted Margot's kit thoroughly. Compare fingerprints. Comparing what you've obtained to the fingerprints in your complete collection, you're able to conclude the following. Aha! The fingerprint on the glass jar belongs to Nessa. The fingerprint from the cover of the pamphlet belongs to Margot. These fingerprints from the inside of the pamphlet both belong to Margot. I think it's fair to conclude that only Margot read the contents of the pamphlet. Strange. Jack's fingerprints are present in the kit, but not on the pamphlet. I retrieved 2 fingerprints from the glass bottle. One is Margot's, the other belongs to Jack. One is Jack's, the other is Margot's. The handle is Margot and Jack. Okay, cool. Fingerprints everywhere. Okay. What have we here? You haven't fooled me with your timid act. Me? I'm on to you. If you dare follow me once I'm done here, you won't make it to your next destination. Consider yourself warned. Okay. I'm assuming he's talking to Kimmy. What's going on around here? Albert just yelled at me. Kimmy is holding a large map. She looks a bit flustered. He seems very upset about my map. I was just planning my next birding trip. Well, if this map upsets him so much, I'll just get rid of it. Oh. Kimmy tosses the map into the fireplace and it sets alight. Excuse me, Nancy. I'm going to the bathroom to calm down a bit. I just want to be alone, okay? Pour water on fire. You pour the water onto the burning map. Yay! Take map. You take the map out of the fireplace. Examine map. Would you like to examine the lodge? Oh. Examine Kimmy's map. There is a circled location on the map. It's this box. Why would Albert be upset by a map? Huh. Woo. Dave. I don't trust you, Jack. I don't trust anybody. Ask Jack about Kit. I found a strange kit in Margot's vanity. Do you know anything about that? It was full of interesting things. A kit? I don't know anything about that. I found your fingerprints on this kit, Jack. Did you have something to do with Margot's death? No, Margot had a medical condition and I helped her take medicine. But I never asked her what was in it. The writing on the labels are tiny. My eyes are bad and I couldn't read them and didn't try. I know. You know? You heard us? Jack goes red. Oh, yes, once. I didn't mean to. That probably sounded really suspicious. But Nancy, we were friends and friends only. Do you think her treatments killed her? We were always so careful. Was it dangerous or poisonous? Jack, there's a pamphlet in Margot's kit that says the contents contain arsenic. She could have had a seizure due to an overdose. The tiny paper label on the ampule says that it contains arsenic. Pretty deadly stuff. I didn't find your fingerprints on anything in the kit that warned about arsenic, though. So I think it's possible you didn't know that Margot's medicine could be poisonous if an incorrect dose was given. I didn't, I swear. The little glass ampules are single use. We couldn't have used too much. I didn't find any fingerprints at all on the ampule, which supports your claim that they were used once and then discarded. I think I may believe you, Jack. While it looks like Margot was getting regular doses of arsenic compounds, it doesn't appear her death was caused by an accidental overdose or intentional poisoning with her kit. Or what could have happened? Look, Nancy, Margot and me were friends. I never meant her any harm. The doses had to be injected, which she couldn't do by herself. They were extremely painful, too. Why don't you investigate people who didn't like Margot? Nessa, for instance. It's no secret those two didn't get along. Jack may be onto something there. That's not a bad idea, Jack. Thanks. Go on, then. They can throw me in the river? Nessa has been up to some suspicious activity, actually. I saw her pouring liquid out of a silver flask in the orchard. And she was having a conversation with Corvus. They didn't want me to hear it, but I managed. Nessa dumped a bunch of jars over the waterfall to the east. I found Nessa's fingerprint on the jar, so she can't deny it. You don't say. I found some white residue at the bottom of Margot's drinking glass. It could be mineral deposits, or it could be something more lethal. I see. That does happen from time to time, and I haven't washed Margot's glass in a while. We should keep this to ourselves for now. Can't risk raising a ruckus and upsetting Mr. Richards for no good reason. Talk to the ranger privately about this after the meeting. Will do, Jack. Maybe you can grab a box and examine it yourself. I think I saw a box of fly paper in the shed. Yeah, about that. Wow, almost everyone's in the dining room already. Hopefully after this meeting, I'll have a chance to tell the ranger about my investigation into Margot's murder. Ah, Nancy, there you are. We are about to get started. Wait, how did Jack beat me in there? Where's Mr. Richards? Don't you worry, Miss. Mr. Richards needs time to be alone with his thoughts. He'll probably be here in a bit. And where's Nath? Never you mind, Nancy. This here's Ranger Murdoch. He was out on patrol by the train station, lucky for us. I told him about poor Margot. He said he wouldn't mind stopping by and filing a report. A report? Whatever for? She had a fit and died. Bury her and be done with it. Oh, you're so likable, Nessa. It gives me the creeps having a dead body around. I'm sure nothing's amiss, but how could I turn down Jack's hospitality? I'll take a look, file a report of the death, and save old Doc Travers a trip up here. What about the bridge explosion? Do you have any news about that? Bridge explosion? News doesn't travel very fast in these parts. I'm out in the bush most of the time. Of course, I was so distracted by Margot's death that I completely forgot to mention the bridge to Ranger Murdoch. Anyway, I sent a telegraph to the closest town. I'm sure the appropriate authorities are handling it. I'm sure. Bears and raccoons are more my jurisdiction. Not much happens out this way. Tomorrow morning, I'll take a look at Miss Margot and be on my way. Sounds good. My, it's late. You must be bushed. I'll get you set up in the spare room upstairs. What spare room? Are we done here? I'm dreadfully tired. I am tired as well. Nessa and Corvus leave the table after exchanging what seems to be a series of impatient looks. Kimmy follows soon after, seemingly unwilling to appear rude by leaving first. By the time Jack shows the ranger to the spare room, you realize a lot of time has passed and Mr. Richards still hasn't turned up. Did he fall in the jetty? I should check up on Mr. Richards. To refer to Ranger Murdoch as RR. Okay. Excellent job. Kudos on your thorough investigative technique. Oh no, where's Mr. Richards? Chapter 5, Escalation. You are shocked to see such disarray. I don't like the look of this. Hit review to check the status of your Evan investigation. Evan is missing. There. On that note, I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. As always, if you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like and subscribe. I'm really enjoying this one so far. Yeah, I will catch you hopefully tomorrow, hopefully soon. And I will see you later. Have a good one. Bye.